ESPN Classic.
But sentiment is now knocked on the head. The Welsh team, there it is. Jonathan Humphreys restored to the captaincy in the front row at the age of 33. Hasn't played for Wales since 1999, but he's back, and he's back at the coalface at hooker, one of the hardest positions of them all, as Brian Moore knows full well. The front row around him: Iestyn Thomas of Llanelli, Ben Evans of Swansea, and Gavin Thomas is restored to the back row at number 8. In the centre, Mark Taylor of Swansea is back to add some power and bulk to the Welsh midfield. There he is, John Humphreys, back at hooker. What a job for him to restore pride, to restore a performance to this Welsh team. Kevin Morgan plays at 15, and in front of him a fellow Swansea player, Mark Taylor, has suffered with injuries, but he's back. Mighty England, class throughout the side. Martin Johnson, captain as always. Charlie Hodgson is in the centre. That experiment continues, and a newcomer at prop, Robbie Morris of Northampton, on the tight head. There he is, the big burly figure of Robbie Morris. So the scene is set. Referee Steve Walsh of New Zealand. The RBS International here at the Millennium Stadium. The old rivalry. It's Wales against England. Johnny Wilkinson will switch the kickoff. A good catch by David Jones, wearing the head cap. Possession for Wales. New scrum half, Gareth Cooper, tests one of the greats of English rugby, Lawrence Delalio, restored to the starting lineup. Jason Robinson. They won't want to give Jason Robinson much space to run. Charlie Hodgson, acting standoff. Beautiful kick, beautiful first touch for Charlie Hodgson.
Well, that is one of the benefits of Charlie Hodgson playing out of position. He's used to kicking ball out of hand, and that was a fantastic 65-metre spiralling punt which bounced into touch, and it immediately puts England into an advantageous position. And this is an important area, as indeed all the areas are. Charlie Hodgson there from Halifax, good lad. But what can Wales do here, because this is a very, very important throw.
What they're doing first of all is taking their time. John Humphreys checks the call. First duty for the restored captain, find his jumper. Robert Sidoli is the target. Good take by the Pontypridd second row. Safe possession for England. Gareth Cooper takes responsibility for the kick towards Dan Luga. Luga tackled by Rhys Williams. Wales pour up in numbers. Luga not releasing, penalty quickly taken. Cooper, Steve Williams the second row. Good start by Wales. Up to halfway. Gareth Thomas. Thomas half through the tackle of Johnny Wilkinson. Cooper again. Rhys Williams, his kick half charged down by Ben Cohen. There was room behind the England defence.
Well, I thought there was a mistake there by Gareth Cooper. He gave Rhys Williams no real opportunity. He had two defenders on him, but what you've got to say that was very clever play by Gareth Cooper to put the ball into the box there and put Dan Luga under pressure. That's always preferable to just chipping the ball off the field and giving the throw away. Wales got up well, got the turnover, and they're obviously intent on trying to break this game up and not get England into a pattern. Robert
Sidoli, again at the front of the line-out, takes it well. Humphreys goes in. Martin Johnson makes a nuisance of himself. The great gift of England's monstrous captain. Makes life so difficult for everybody he plays against. Here's difficulty for Jason Robinson. Robinson got a foot to it. Are the England players offside? Martin Williams with the pickup, tackled by Greenwood. Greenwood stripped the ball. Wales have stripped it back. Cooper, Kerry Sweeney, the youngster at outside half. Delalio is off. Delalio hauled down by Cooper. England in possession. Ball's gone loose off Bracken. Play on, says the referee. Advantage being played. Knock on in the first place. It'll be a scrum. It's breathless, Brian.
Yes, and Wales has started off at a better tempo. Unusual there. Jason Robinson under that high ball. Wouldn't normally do that, and Kieran Bracken getting caught there.
Engage!
Referee Steve Walsh of New Zealand wants the set pieces to be taken quickly. Gavin Thomas, not the biggest number 8 in the world, but he's done well to make ground there. Cooper switches play. Kerry Sweeney of Pontypridd. Behind Dan Luger, there might be room for Rhys Williams. Williams wearing 14, but he seems to have taken up his position on the left wing. Charlie Hodgson runs into the pincer tackle of the two Welsh centres, Shanklin and Taylor. Ben Cohen, no real support out there for him. Wales can usher him infield. They should get this turnover ball. England losing their way slightly there on the far touchline. Good pick-up, Rhys Williams. Kevin Morgan, long pass. Gareth Thomas takes on Thompson, the hooker. Was Gareth Thomas taken late there? Yes, he was. So, the momentum remains with Wales.
Holding him. Number 2.
Well, I'm afraid here Steve Thompson is claiming there was nothing in that, but you watch this afterwards. He kicks the ball there, he doesn't need, look, he's still pulling him. England don't need to do this, this is foolish. Here we go, he's still got hold of him, he's still got hold of him, he's still got hold of him.
Cool as you like, Kerry Sweeney puts 3 proud points up against his name in Test football. Wales 3, England 0, and England are not in this game yet. Will they throw long again towards the tail? Nope, they've gone for the safety first option. Martin Johnson at the front. And that almost inevitably leads to this attempt to maul the ball forward. Withheld by Wales. Now though, Hodgson. Dan Luger in from the wing, tackled by Shanklin. Good tackle. Penalty against Wales, advantage being played. Thompson. Tackled by Mark Taylor, back to the original penalty.
Well, he said that Gavin Thomas came in the side there. Dan Luger, that's a tremendous tackle there by Shanklin.
Flags go up from the test judges. England are back on level terms, and Wales conceding 2 penalties, both given away by the back row at the ruck area. They have to be careful. Here's Johnny Wilkinson doing what Johnny Wilkinson does ever so well.
Get it in. Use it.
Wales actually do well to get that ball away before it went through 90 degrees. Went through about 87, so they're under a bit of pressure. That's why the kick went in. Jason Robinson. His trademark carrying of the ball in 2 hands. Ben Cohen. Kevin Morgan watches it over his shoulder, has time, not too much time, slightly off the side of his boot.
No, the intent was wrong there. Wanted to put the ball out of play, and in fact the best option would have been just to thump it as far as he could downfield in play. As a result, it slices off his boot. Doesn't matter if it goes 60 yards and doesn't go in. When England have got to come all that way back and the defence are marshalled.
England 4 jumpers at the moment, now 5, because Ben Kay goes from scrum half into the line-out. Johnson with the win. Delalio to Wilkinson. Greenwood. The cut back by Greenwood just when it seemed an overlap might be there.
Advantage on the side.
Advantage being played. England with the penalty. Another ruck incident. Wilkinson knew the penalty had been awarded. Takes the 3 points anyway. Wonderful drop goal by Johnny Wilkinson. England take the lead.
Well, what can you say about this man? Doesn't have to be static. That's a terribly hard angle. Snap drop goal, that's gone straight through the middle. There really is no stopping him at the moment. If there's a better kicker in World Rugby, I haven't seen him.
And if there's a better reader of situations as well. He knew England had the penalty, so he just took the early 3 points with the drop goal. 6 points to England, 6 to Johnny Wilkinson. Wales put pressure on the catcher. sort of bounced into the midst of all the players there. England, though, pick up the scraps. Kevin Morgan, a chance to counter. Gareth Thomas is with him on his outside. Now he's on his inside. Good pace by Kevin Morgan. Thomas is still there. Rode the tackle of Johnny Wilkinson. Good platform for Wales, though. Penalty this time to Wales. Sweeney on the loop. No advantage. Penalty to Wales. Good counter-attack started by Kevin Morgan.
Well, you don't see this very often. Ben Cohen, probably the form winger in the world. And oh, he's gone. There you go. That is clean, never got a hand on him.
And it's cynical.
And Johnny Wilkinson there, didn't put his man down.
Post, mate.
And we're already into the second quarter of the game. This has flown by. Just drifts past the upright. England hang on to their three-point lead.
That's a superb break there. Very rarely do you see that, and Clive Woodward not happy.
Fingers from Wales, but they were taken in the air. No contact is allowed if a player's jumping for the ball.
Well, this is ill discipline. See what the ref has to say about it.
Yes, I know. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do anything else. All right, mate.
That is the third penalty, needless ones from England. Martin Johnson, perplexed, frustrated, no doubt. Well, he is early as well. Yep, just a bit, but he is.
The crowd loved it. Up go the flags again. Sweeney has levelled the scores. 6 points apiece. Wales are hanging on in there. In fact, they're more than hanging on in there. This is a very closely fought game.
Well, it's no more than they deserve, really, Eddie.
Outstanding performance.
Martin Johnson off the top. Will Greenwood cuts back. It's a very fast Welsh back row. Wilkinson, though, finds a half a gap past David Jones. Jason Robinson twists and turns in that inimitable style of his. Bracken, Wilkinson, Thompson inside him, and Neil back.
Well clear, tackler!
Now then, England are putting some rucks together. They look so different when they do this. Charlie Hodgson drives it up. There's a third ruck for England. Better possession for them. Greenwood again checks. Keeps the ball alive. Graham Rowntree, good offload by the loose head prop to hooker Thompson. Sweet movement by England. Long pass now. Robinson against Sidoli. Second row did well. Cohen taking the ball standing still. There's the strength of the Northampton wing. Advantage being played. Hodgson tries to squeeze a pass out of the tackle to Delalio. Is held up.
Back here.
Yeah, and there's the difference. England putting together their rucks. Wales forced to concede the penalty.
Number 6.
Well, that's much better from England. A bit more patience, willing to take the ball in and work the positions. And eventually, Wales having to concede a penalty, eminently kickable. We're very surprised if he doesn't do this. Ball from Ben Cohen, and Wales actually, if you look out left there, you can't see from here, but they are all over the place out in the backs, higgledy-piggledy.
Sand, Johnny, Sand. He's missed.
Oh, you don't see that every day, do you? You really don't. A miss by Johnny Wilkinson from a relatively easy position for him.
Gary Sweeney pushes his forwards behind him, drills it long. Dan Luger. Past Humphreys. Thompson. Good drive by the England hooker.
There you go! That's it, guys, thank you.
Wilkinson takes above his head well. Hodgson, space now, here's back. Challenge of Mark Taylor. Back still, rolling forward. Lawrence Dallaglio to Wilkinson, long to Will Greenwood, long again, Thompson cuts infield.
Get off it!
England cranking up their gears, they have the penalty again. Wilkinson, drop goal. Beautifully struck, that's an even better drop goal by Wilkinson. Fabulous work by England's number 10, and how many times do we say it?
Well, I don't know if he's just conscious, having missed the penalty, he thinks, well, I'll just pop this one over. But he does.
Wales 6, England 9.
Good take, Robert Sidoli, the main target at the line out for Wales, and they're going nowhere with their driving maul either. Ben Evans in control.
Coming from behind, that's good.
Just takes a bit of shepherding by the referee to make sure everybody's onside. Slow ball for Wales. Graham Roundtree did ever so well to make a mess of that. Turnover for England. Surge by Ben Kay, the inside flick to him. Wilkinson, cut out pass, bouncing ball to Greenwood. Robinson against Taylor. Again that fend, the handoff from Robinson. Dallaglio picks up. Another handoff from him at Martin Williams. Wilkinson, Ben Cohen off his wing through Ben Evans. The slip pass to Hodgson. Trouble now for Wales. Penalty awarded against them. This could be yellow. He's warned them enough times. Let's listen to what Steve Walsh is going to say.
And time off. I've got a flag and you wait there. No, it's too late.
There's a replay, the run by Hodgson. Wales, it's number 2, it's the captain, it's John Humphreys who gives away the penalty.
Number 2, White. Okay. We're going back there for penalty.
Here is Steve Walsh.
I'll just let you know, we're going back here for a reversal of penalty. Yeah, number 2, White, player down there. If we'd played on and had that penalty, you were in the bin.
Sorry, mate, yeah.
All right? So you know where the line is.
I know where the line is.
Okay, it's going to be your penalty back here.
Very respectful from Jonathan. Very sorry, mate. But Steve Thompson has committed something. I didn't see it. The far touch judge did.
White down here.
What, mate? Look, what did he do?
No. It's feet on the man.
Oh, mate.
Hey,
let's shoot us all day, mate.
Excuse me. I'm only going on what I've been told. So we're going back here, okay?
Great riposte from Martin Johnson. They're shooing us all day, mate. Here's number 2, Steve Thompson.
Is it on the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not near the ball, that's why Graham Roundtree's one was relatively near.
John.
Mark Taylor. There's the weakness of Charlie Hodgson. He's not the biggest. Mark Taylor. Reece Williams outside and Taylor goes in. Oh no! He had 2 men with him. Ball's gone loose. What a wasted opportunity for Wales. Mark Taylor, all he had to do was deliver the pass, and it would have been the opening try of the game.
Oh, well, that is a crime. That's a crime from Wales' point of view. Such a powerful break from Mark Taylor. He did all the hard work. Watch this. That's poor tackling from Charlie Hodgson. Out pages Wilkinson. Look, 1, 2, get it! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
A little knock on by Kevin Morgan at the end. Wales' best attacking opportunity. Reece Williams screaming outside Mark Taylor. It's still England under pressure. That's their goal line. The scrum will be reset.
I was too quick.
No. Well, there won't be a better opportunity in this game. I wouldn't have thought to score. They ought to have been under the post there, Wales.
Just a note, Phil Christophers is on for Jason Robinson. Good drive out by Lawrence Dallaglio.
No!
Just a little bit more room for Charlie Hodgson. England clear their lines. They don't clear their 22, but they've cleared their goal line. Charlie Hodgson missed the tackle, made the kick.
Number 21, Phil Christophers replaces.
Well, it's a simple missed tackle there by Charlie Hodgson, and he's away, look. Outpaces Johnny Wilkinson.
That's good.
Jason Robinson stays out, but that's not a reason not to move it, because there were two men outside him there. Kevin Morgan may have taken that, but it was more difficult. It would have been much easier just to pass the thing.
Injury time at the end of the first half. Robert Sidoli again at the line-out to his captain, John Humphreys. Kerry Sweeney, this one for Gareth Thomas. There is room for Thomas. Was he taken by Christophers? Surely he was. Penalty to Wales.
Well, he's going to go in the bin for this, I reckon. I reckon he's in the bin, and he should be as well. This is a planned move. England use this a lot. He doesn't even look, that's very early.
Now, I'm going to ask you about a possible penalty try.
Gareth Thomas taken without the ball.
I'm going to yellow card him for a willful infringement. 21 here.
Well, he's going to yellow card him, and he was asking about a penalty try. Don't think you can say that because he doesn't necessarily got anywhere near it to catch it.
I cannot say that it would have been a probable try. That is why it's not a penalty try. I believe it was a cynical infringement. He's in the sin bin and a penalty. There you go.
Well, Eddie, that is unforced and ill-disciplined error number 5 from England.
Penalty here.
And it's hurting them.
Now, what do Wales do? England down to 14, penalty. Do they take the points to tie the scores? There's Steve Hansen celebrating. Well, what is it, the yellow card? Is it the penalty?
Well, he's going for goal, but I think, you know, they're on the rack. England, I think there is a case here for shoving the ball in the corner and catching and driving this, because England are going to be a man down because they've got to pull someone out of the pack.
Very interesting. Wales opt for the 3 points. Here it is. Gareth Thomas against Phil Christophers, and Christophers is looking at nothing but taking the man out without the ball. I'm not sure what the record is for coming on as a sub and going off into the bin, but I reckon that broke it. Phil Christophers off the bench, back onto it. Kerry Sweeney, meanwhile, just has to curl back in. Shaves the post on the wrong side. Half-time. Well, it's been an incident-packed first half. Wales have played really well, but they trail at half-time. It's Wales 6, England 9, but England are down to 14.
Well, all you can say is that had the kickers been changed, Wales would have been in front, and ultimately this may well cost them very dear. Kerry Sweeney has missed a couple of opportunities. If he'd got them, Wales would have been in the front, and it would have been no more than deserved, frankly.
Outstanding.
Clive Woodward, hands in pockets, cheeks blowing. Not a comfortable first half for the England head coach.
Well, I don't know whether there are any boots flying, but there was definitely cause for it, and the statisticians say that on average when teams are down to 14 men, they give an average of 7 points away. Don't know whether this will happen here, but Wales really have to turn the screw. They have to get into England as they did for 40 minutes and make this man advantage pay.
England have taken Richard Hill off. James Simpson-Daniel has come onto the wing, so England will be playing with a 7-man pack. Here's one of those 7 men, Lawrence Dallaglio, tackled by Ben Evans. Charlie Hodgson. Gavin Thomas watches it warily and leaves it for Kevin Morgan. No run this time from Morgan. Gareth Thomas challenges for the ball. Wales have it. David Jones. Good pass out to Martin Williams. One for Tom Shanklin to chase. So the screw turns at the start of the second half. Martin Williams with a little kick there. Wales want to be in the England 22.
Well, it's a neat chip, isn't it, from a flanker, and it puts Wales where they want to be, and England where they really don't want to be, with a 7-man pack. Ben Cade gets a hand to it. Martin Johnson, his Leicester colleague,
he's on!
Clears up, and Wilkinson of Newcastle puts the ball beyond Gareth Thomas. Here goes the big Welsh wing for himself to chase. Excellent catch by Ben Cohen.
Wait. No, wait. just keep an eye on the ball and don't attack the man.
Well, he gets the wrong man here, he gets Martin Johnson.
Man without the ball.
Not many people do that. But the really serious point is that it gives England a chance to settle, clear the lines, get into Welsh half, which they have done now, and have an attacking platform. That's the more important point. Doesn't matter all the rest, but it's ceded an advantage to England which they wouldn't have had.
Spin the crowd like that. Hey, get up front. Luke,
England
get up.
inside the Welsh half.
They must.
Kieran Bracken
fine,
runs up
that's
late,
fine.
joins the line-out. Ben Kay is acting scrum half. Now Kay swaps with Bracken. Knock on by England.
Here we go.
Turnover for Wales. Advantage. Sweeney.
Whoa. Hey, you be quiet.
Simpson Daniel, his first
No,
touch.
mate. You know why though, eh? Because I saw what you did for him to do it.
Well,
Hey.
another example there of how
No.
Wales are rattling England.
No. Hey.
Luger and Cohen. Now it's Dan Luger. Dangerous running by the large England wing, and England could have numbers here on the left. Ben Cohen. Two wingers involved for England. Wilkinson switches play. Luger again. To Wilkinson on the loop. Wilkinson held by Sidoli. Sidoli prominent now in defence. Simpson Daniel. Greenwood. Martin Johnson. The large battering ram. Greenwood. Taken by Kerry Sweeney and David Jones. Patient build-up by England. Delalio drives into the midfield at Gavin Thomas. Steve Thompson held by David Jones. Greenwood for England through the tackles. The patient build-up and a lightning finish by Will Greenwood. How he loves scoring against Wales. A hat-trick here 2 years ago, his first today.
Well, England reduced by a man, keeping the composure, and this is a simple mistake. Well, two of them there, look. Second row and Gavin Thomas, and they both missed him. Nothing particular from Greenwood, just straight hard running. I don't think he expected to get through. That's poor Welsh tackling. They've paid the price there.
Johnny Wilkinson, very simple kick for him. England down to 14, have struck at the start of the second half. Try for Will Greenwood, conversion by Johnny Wilkinson. 16 points to 6, a 10-point gap.
Here the ball goes out. Will Greenwood, he just runs straight from here. There is no way two forwards should have missed him there. No way at all.
England's lead, 10 points. They're back to 15. They've scored 16. And they've stolen line out here. Steve Thompson. England have a new gear. And here goes Wilkinson, drop goal number 3. He's wide with this one. And again, we've got another spectator on the field, and it's just getting ragged for Wales. In the crowd, on the field. Here's Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, mate. It's all right, well, 110! Last week, guys, one!
Hodgson to Luger. Luger against Rhys Williams. Mark Taylor makes the tackle, helped by his centre partner, Tom Shanklin. Martin Johnson, he's been very involved. Oh, Lawrence Delalio tried to slip an imaginative pass out of the tackle. England still in possession. Wilkinson, beautiful pass to Neil back. Was it forward? Phil Christophers. That was a very important tackle by Robert Sidoli. England looking ever so dangerous now on the far side, though. Penalty against Wales. As Brian said, England are cranking it up.
Well, you can see here, England starting to make inroads. Neil Back gets over the gain line, good hands. Christophers, Thompson, he's Wilkinson, Thompson again. Put Wales on the back foot. England ruck well and get quick ball here, that's the important thing.
I think that Steve Williams has been sent to the bin.
Well, I think he must have been, because he hasn't put his tracksuit on and he's... Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
The look says it all. Penalised at the ruck. Well, they can't say they haven't been warned. Steve Williams, the second row, is in the bin.
Get him off.
Ball here is coming back. Now, where is he? Is he on his feet? No. Well, where? Oh, yes, he's moving his hand over there. Yes, he is interfering with the ball. And as you say, Eddie, they were warned earlier.
So now Wales are down to 14. The take by Ben Kay, the charge by Lawrence Delalio. England making ground through the tackles. Kieran Bracken sees the try line and goes for it. Real pressure on the Welsh goal line. Here it comes. The try has been awarded. Looks like Joe Worsley, the replacement, is it? It is England's replacement, Joe Worsley, on the field and over the goal line.
Well, the difference here, England capitalising. Joe Worsley's a big man, he's powerful. And although Gavin Thomas tries to bring him down, and he's aided by Kerry Sweeney, he just can't stop him from that with that momentum.
Johnny Wilkinson from in front of the post adds the 2 points. It's a totally different England in this second half.
Outstanding performance driven by endurance.
David Jones sets up the ruck.
Shush. Last.
Ben Kay told to retreat. Rhys Williams to Gareth Thomas. Thomas took it standing still, had to take the tackle. Robert Sidoli, what a good game Sidoli's had. Did well to take that ball. Cooper, Rhys Williams. Held by Delalio. Colin Jarvis straight into the game, playing advantage. Martin Williams, advantage still being played. Sidoli now plays scrum half. Kevin Morgan. Gareth Thomas spins out of Charlie Hodgson's tackle. No advantage gained by Wales. Back for the penalty.
You see here, is this a high tackle? Thought it was, yes. It's not an especially dangerous one, although you watch his back leg. Does get caught here, there, look. Oh, that could have been nasty.
Wales going for tries. Down towards the corner and the line out.
Well, they've got to do this. Penalties are no good now. Got to stay down here. Their line-out's been very successful this afternoon. I think it's 100%, so they should get the platform.
Gareth Williams, new thrower. Same old catcher, though. It's Robert Sidoli. Well, they've managed to make a few yards infield. Gareth Cooper will be eyeing that blind side now. Although Wales now turn back towards the touchline. Martin Johnson thrown out of the way. Now the backs. Mark Taylor, Shanklin. Passes going behind the Welsh players. They've made it available though. Gareth Cooper, Sweeney dances past Robbie Morris. Robert Sidoli.
Offside, number 2.
Sweeney, Gareth Thomas does the turning part well. Out of 2 tackles, advantage being played for Wales. England have regrouped. Kerry Sweeney. That's gone wild. Penalty awarded though.
Offside, number 2.
Will they take the scrimmage?
Well, I just wonder how long it might be before the referee has a word with England and says,
Postman.
"Are there any more of these?" And there may be someone in the bin.
Post.
They're going for goal. 9 points would reduce the gap to 14. 2 converted tries. You've got to dream big, Brian.
Well, yes, you can carry on dreaming. I don't think they're going to do it. But what you do have to say is that it's a very gutsy performance by Wales. They've not been overawed. They've stuck at the task.
Simple enough. Wales up to 9 points, just to get some boards. Sorry, just to get some points on the board. That'll help them. Richard Hill takes play up. Lawrence Delalio goes backwards a couple of paces and then takes a few more paces forward. Wilkinson, dance by Wilkinson, good inside pass.
On the side, advantage.
Advantage being played. Kieran Bracken digs out the ball.
Number 7.
It's Martin Williams.
7. Watch yourself.
Yeah, watch yourself, says Steve Walsh.
Lovely break by Johnny Wilkinson. Just stands his man up and goes inside him, and hands off as well.
$16 points for Johnny Wilkinson. England up to 26. So those 16 points for Johnny Wilkinson. 2 tries. Will Greenwood and Joe Worsley.
Scott Gibbs, it looks like this game is won by the men in white, but on the positives for Wales here, if they were looking for passion and pride, you'd say they've got some of that back, wouldn't you?
We've certainly seen that today. It's been a demonstration from the side that, well, a shadow of the side that we saw in Italy last weekend. Hey, we have 5 minutes left. You can never discount this team. There's been a lot of spirit here today. And now
Matthew Watkins nearly through. Wales still coming at England. Iestyn Harris, it's his passing that has been responsible for this new attacking force. Gareth Cooper, here's Harris. Gareth Thomas tries to ship it on quickly to Martin Williams. Williams shrugs off Joe Worsley. David Jones goes back, keeps the ball alive. Worsley makes that tackle and England will have the throw-in.
Well, Wales finishing strongly here, and that's a testament to them, to their commitment to this game. And there are bodies, there are 3 England bodies down here. And one of the things that you can't see from ball out, well, the crowd oohed and ahed there and said, why didn't he give it? But he was right not to give that because there was a man in the way and it wasn't a certain pass. Much better to go down. See the break when it comes eventually. It looks as though there's a man outside, but there's a gap there. There's a gap there, but there's a man in between, and he's right not to give that.
Johnny Wilkinson is the man down injured. And, well, I don't think this looks very good. There's James Simpson-Daniel is on again. Now here's the injury to Wilkinson.
There you are, just for a moment there was a break, but it was covered. Too often backs give passes there, and Wilkinson is going off, and that's not good for England.
Well, it was Phil Bennett, the great Welsh outside half, who said he worried for Johnny Wilkinson because he puts himself about so much on the field. It's just the way he plays. Such a physical outside half, and of course this is the price that he may have to pay. More concerns for Clive Woodward. Meanwhile, Danny Grewcock wins line-out possession. They have a built-in replacement for Wilkinson. Charlie Hodgson simply goes back into the number 10 slot. He's in the pocket now, ready to clear.
He's entitled to be there. Hold.
Richard Hill just gets out of the way, charged down by Gareth Cooper, and the ball just beats him to the touchline.
Well, very nearly deja vu in every sense there. Hand against France last week, and well, there shouldn't have been any pressure there. Took an age. Could have gone anywhere. Luckily for England, it didn't go straight forward. Otherwise it would have been, certainly 5 or 7. My man, RBS Six Nations man of the match, Robert Sadoli for me. He has been huge, and although he's on the losing side, he can be immensely proud of the way in which he's performed in the line-out and the loose. 100% in the line-out, and he's had a fantastic game in the loose.
That's a good catch by Danny Grucock. Pressure situation for England of their own making, and Kieran Bracken takes responsibility for the clearance. Still, Wales still attacking as we approach the closing moments of normal time. With all the injuries, there must be a bit to add on. Gareth Williams, number 16, checks the call.
At the back.
Gareth Llewellyn wins line-out ball. Iestyn Harris. Sweeney, Harris. Ball's loose. Scooped up by Gareth Williams. Very busy little hooker. And he's not the biggest, Gareth Williams, but he's there because he's very lively. But unfortunately for Wales, England have turned it over. Bracken.
No! Holding on, mate. He's
Penalty
on his feet,
to England.
on.
Well, I think, Eddie, England will be glad for extra 5 minutes. I think England will be glad for the final whistle. They know the game's won, and at the moment the Welsh are, you know, giving them a pounding, and they're taking injuries, so they want to get off the field and regroup. They've done enough, but they'll be far from happy. Clive Woodward there, he looks bored actually.
Danny Grucock taken in the air again. Referee says play on.
No, half back, just get out of there, mate.
Hodgson, this time no charge down. It's gone loose. James Simpson-Daniel in possession. Lays it back well. Will Greenwood, Robbie Morris.
Off the foot.
Greenwood again. Thompson. Chased down. Gareth Williams again. Busy. Simpson-Daniel. Hodgson. Phil Christophers. Danny Grucock took it standing still. Iestyn Thomas with the tackle.
Advantage.
Wales give away the penalty. Hodgson to Greenwood. Joe Worsley, back row forward, playing on the wide outside in loose play. Lawrence Dallaglio took it at speed.
Back here. Swapping down.
Wales committing yet another offence. England will drill this ball towards the corner. Gareth Thomas was having some attention. He's up, socks rolled down. So now, will England finish with a flourish? I don't think they'll do much more here than a big drive from their forwards.
Well, they don't need to do much more really, because
Don't know if it was inclusive.
the game is won. And well, let's put it mildly, they've not been successful at driving these, and they don't win that one.
No, England ranked one in the world. I don't think they've played like a top-ranked side. Iestyn Harris. A chance for Christophers. And now Cohen. Cohen goes outside Mark Taylor. Taylor chases him down. Watkins tackles Simpson-Daniel.
Here go.
Great offload. Oh, Andy Gomersall is on the field. Another replacement. Ben Cohen, Taylor and Martin Williams make the tackle. Will Greenwood. Behind Matthew Watkins. Bounced just infield. Line out in the Welsh 22.
The Welsh defence holding strong, although they had to defend several phases there. They countered well, didn't give England overlaps, and minds the front up tackling, so England couldn't make any ground by way of momentum. Good line-out stats for Wales, that.
Sidoli, man of the match, wins yet another line-out for Wales.
From behind, three.
Immense in a losing cause. Gareth Cooper. Matthew Watkins goes up for it. Richard Hill. Gomersall. Gareth Thomas, bit of football.
Lost forward.
Wales are quite good at that.
Well, only red, yes,
Scrum
you
white ball.
have to say. Just a bit more floated than he.
One to go. 1 minute.
Was it like Ryan Giggs?
Come forward.
No, it didn't go
Come
over the bar.
forward.
No.
He was right-footed
No,
for start.
No!
England there,
Come
60,
forward.
60%.
The
That's the
gates.
difference this half. They've not been pegged
Hold.
back by their own
Get it in half.
unforced errors and ill discipline. And yet, Eddie, it's not been a fluent performance by England. Hugely committed by Wales. It's been an enthralling encounter
Here.
from their point of view.
Yep.
Oh, he's stolen one against the head as well.
Round.
Kieran Bracken offside.
Yeah, mate, go.
Got two scrum halves on the field with Andy Gomersall on as well. Wales, now then. There's David Jones. Taking
Three, roll clear.
his head guard off. Colin Jarvis. Colin Jarvis, that's more like the Jarvis
You go, 19.
at his best, but no real support there for the captain. Wales have a penalty though.
Ground. This man.
Now
no,
then, last
yeah,
chance
you
for
went to
Wales.
ground. Stay up.
Kick downfield. Hope they find touch this time. 3 penalty kicks to touch have missed the mark.
There's no time for line.
Colin Jarvis.
Okay.
Well, they've wanted him to do this.
Over there.
Puts the ball back and he's not on his feet there. An England player. I must say, I think Steve Walsh had a very good game today, the referee.
No chance for the line out. The referee's told them that, so it's just I suppose it's an aimless bomb, really. Taken by Ben Cohen. That could be the end of it if he clears for touch.
Next time that's over. That's it.
Martin Johnson
That's it.
tells him to kick the ball out, and that will be it. That's the end of the first round of matches at the Millennium Stadium. Wales have lost at home to England. It looks a nasty scoreline, 9 points to 26. It's a second defeat on the trot for Wales, but they can take heart from this performance. For England, it's 2 stages towards that elusive Grand Slam, but they haven't been at their best.
Outstanding performance.